Yeah, but no,
He
watching.
tried it.
Yeah, I mean, watching Thor the hookah spot is still crazy. Like I wasn't recorded, but voice still stands. That's wild. Um,
No judgment there. But oh, Jason, I definitely forgot to ask you because I know you went to a wedding a couple of weeks ago. How was that? Did it make you want to jump the broom?
No.
yeah, that was easy.
But the wedding, man, the wedding was definitely beautiful. Shout out to Ronnie Jr. and Bria Salisbury. It was a very beautiful union. Well, she was my classmate. From I feel like we went to elementary school together. Like I was talking to y'all in one of the past episodes about exes, and well, she's not an ex. We've never been intimate, so let me not. I mean, let me make sure I clear that piece up. But we were talking about y'all said even with high school classmates, if y'all see somebody y'all know, y'all kind of put y'all head down. But me,
Depending on who
I
it is, but yeah.
see me if I know who the person is, I'm probably going to speak and have that conversation. But it was super dope. I met one of our listeners, Barry.
Oh,
Super
that's
dope,
what's up.
Shout out to
super
Barry.
dope. He did suggest we do a live pod, which I told him. I don't know if we have we
We
really
talking
put that.
about actually trying to do one in Tampa next year around the same time when Scream 6 drops, since Scream was our actually brought this whole group together and was our first movie that we reviewed. So
Yeah, so that was an idea that was already on the board. I didn't know if we was telling people about that just yet, but
oops.
here you go. See,
I was like, oh, cat's out the bag.
cat's
Hey,
out
man.
the
I
bag.
mean, hey,
But
man.
yeah, but nah, it's been super like here recently. It's been like super dope. Just all the personal conversations I'm having with people surrounding just us talking about something that we enjoy. So that's really dope. But that's all I got.
So you making friends from the pod? That's what's up, Jason.
That's what friends of the show. That's what you're supposed to
Shout outs to Sam. She brought us all together.
do. He talks about me.
Wow.
He talks about me being the trigger.
That's
And
the
look at
one.
him.
Come on, man. That's the first. It was too
Jason.
easy. That's a
No,
layup.
no.
That's a
It
layup.
was he did that. It was so smooth too. Like he had been waiting to just empty that clip for no reason at all. Like it
Hey,
came out
man.
of nowhere. All right, so y'all I'm assuming y'all ready. Jason done gave us some good information. So if y'all still listening, welcome to Was It Good Though podcast, where we discuss, debate, and let's see, review and argue a little bit. I was trying to get everything together on movies and TV shows, old and new. I am one of your hosts. My name is Jazz. I am blessed and joined with my other co-hosts. One of them is Jason. Jason, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How you doing today, Jazz?
I'm good. I'm good. And another of one of my co-hosts that I am blessed and thankful that is here is Chris. Oh, Chris, could you back up a little bit? I think I.
Listen, man. Hold up.
I mean, he out here
It's
rapping in
cold world.
Dreamville shirt.
Jazz, no, it's cold world. Let's go.
I mean,
Jason hating. Look at the smirk on Jason's face. It's
Look,
cold
we
world.
got some-
It's October, but we ain't repping no owls, so you already know.
Hey man, relax, relax.
All
Come
right.
on now.
All right. Well, as you can see, we got some Owl fans and we got some Cole fans. Cole all day.
He's an Owl. He's an Owl fan. Why he playing?
He's not better than Cole.
Okay, gentlemen.
Hey man, this a movie. It's a movie
Right.
review pod, but we can definitely start a music debate pod if that's what you're trying to do out here.
Not today. Not today. Not right now. We need to get back on. This is episode 19. We are reviewing. Hooray. I wanted to jazz it up when I was saying the name.
Jazz it up. I like that.
Jazz.
I mean, a little
Jazz
something, something. So for anybody who has not seen Prey, this is just spoiler alert. We will be reviewing and dropping spoilers. But before you turn the pod off, please be sure to like, subscribe, follow, share, comment. We definitely love the engagement from everybody, like Jason said earlier. So just be sure, follow us on all of our socials. And once you watch the movie, just come back and check out the pod. And also you can stream the movie on Hulu. So if you have Hulu, check out Prey. It's a very good film. If you don't have Hulu, they still have their 7-day trial and it's free to create an email if that's what you decide you want to do. I'm not telling you to do it, but it is what it is. All right, so that is the spoiler alert. All right. Which one of y'all is leading us today?
How you feeling, Chris?
I'm feeling good, but I think I want to let you lead. I got some talking points in this movie, so I'll
Got
take
you.
care of it.
Got you. Got you. So we are going into Prey. This was a prequel, set 300 years before the original movie. I haven't seen all of the Predators. How familiar are you two guys with the Predator franchise?
Very, very.
Well,
familiar.
yeah, Jazz is. I've seen Alien versus Predator.
Chris.
If that's any consolation, I feel like that's not a I feel like that's not a good start.
No.
Yeah.
Wait. Chris, I thought you said you were gonna watch the first two original films.
Well, I didn't get a chance to.
Damn.
Is the second one good? Because okay, so I was looking online and people said it was.
They're just saying
this
that
is
because
kinda-
it was Danny Glover and he was a star of the film and he's black.
It's racism. Oh. Yeah, I didn't expect that. No, but I saw people saying this was up there with one, so I just assumed one was the best.
This is better than one.
Ooh. Ah, you know what?
Oh,
yep, you got it.
This is better.
Okay.
This is better than one. So just a little bit of backstory. Like I said, this is 300 years before Predator 1 and 2. Predator 1 was, I guess this is where we got the get to the chopper. But Arnold Schwarzenegger, led by him and Apollo Creed. Apollo Creed gets wiped off the earth, of course. And we got number 2, as Jazz said, that one is led by Danny Glover in that one. And it kind of ends on a kind of weird cliffhanger, which comes back up in this movie here. So as we go into Prey, it opened up on Naru. Naru is our main character, leading protagonist. She's waking up early in the morning. You can kind of see she's frustrated in what she's doing, and she's out harvesting corn for the actual family to eat. But in the midst of her doing her harvesting, she goes out into the forest and she begins throwing her axe. Have you guys ever been axe throwing?
No, but that's definitely on the list of things to do.
Man, that's my jam. I know this sounds weird, but that's my jam. Did you like it, Jazz?
I did, but I was terrible at it. So I guess I'm not good with throwing knives.
And you a knife person. That's kind of wild.
Yeah, but I'm really good at the shooting range though. So
that's what's up. The axe throwing, I don't know. It's kind of scary how good I am at it, but I'm pretty good at the axe throwing. But I've dropped videos of me throwing axes. Well, I don't think it was in this chat. I'm in too many chats.
But not of you running from a zombie or doing the dance.
Listen, I'm still waiting for that.
We're still waiting for these videos.
Jason was talking big, and we ain't seen nothing yet.
I gotta find me a zombie to run from, and I got y'all. I promise.
Zombies, you ain't even gotta dress up. Just put your arms out like you in Thriller and do the sound, like all of that. So.
All right. So as she's throwing the actual axe, she sees a deer, a whitetail in the actual forest, and a loud sound triggers it, and it just begins to take off. As she's chasing it, the dog get caught in a trap. What did y'all think about this actual trap during, like I said, we're in the 1700s. What did y'all think about this?
So for me, a lot of, not just this trap, but a lot of the, I guess, contraptions and everything, you had to sort of remember, like, it's so old because it seemed sort of more modern. And I wasn't back there, so I don't really know things. But I thought it was interesting. I think the use of traps in this film, and we'll get to it later on. But a lot of, I liked it. I like the way it came into play. I feel like this was a little bit of foreshadowing for something else. Okay, so when I saw that and then I'm continuing to watch the movie, I'm like, oh, this is interesting. But I thought it was cool. I liked it. I liked the whole the time that they had it in. I think it fit the movie really well.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And then I felt so bad for the dog because I was like,
facts.
Anytime you see a dog in a film like this, we know what happens to
them. Yeah.
And I know, Jason, you don't care, but me and Chris do. So I was concerned.
Jason, that's a little scary.
Now look. All right, so I'm not an animal person, but I don't want animals hurt. So that's my stance. I'm not an animal person, but I do not want them hurt.
Okay, I'll take that.
So we have one of y'all favorite a movie callback, right? We have Nope, a callback. She's running through the forest. She sees a cloud kind of going crazy, a spectacle, and she don't know what's going on, right? Um, she makes it back. She makes it back to the actual camp. She's talking with her brother, and she wants to learn how to. Well, she doesn't want to learn how to hunt, but she would rather hunt. Currently, she's doing all the cooking, the fixing the medicine, the remedies in the actual in her tribe. But then this, Jazz, it seems like a lot of what?
Why did he come to me, Chris? You can't
Because Chris just got the last one, so
I did, but it's just very convenient. That was just
it was crazy.
All right, so this is like, I feel like we've gone through a lot of different stories or movies that we're going to, like we have the woman as the leader or the lead in these things, and she wants to go in a different direction from what they're trying to push her. How did you feel about this story with Naru?
I definitely thought her character had a very strong personality, because in my mind, when I think of like different tribes, everyone has different roles that they are supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think about when this time was set,
mm-hmm.
women didn't really have too much of opinions, and you saw how she was treated by the other individuals in her tribe. So for her just to be like, that's not what I want to do, and her cutting fish with a knife that her father gave her, her mom's like, that's not why he gave that to you. He gave that to you to cut up food and all this other stuff, and she's just sharpening it so she can go hunt. Mm-hmm. So already there, she just stands out above from everybody else. She's not trying to follow in paths that people are trying to create for her. She's making her own. So I was just like, I enjoyed her character because of that strength that she represented, for sure.
I will be sure not to try to pass all the women topics to you. But it was just trying to be fair, balance it out here.
After the whole Wanda delusional thing, like every Wanda question came to me, Jason. So I'm used to it.
So we find out that the chief of the tribe is sick. And I'm assuming the mom maybe be like the doctor, possibly, because she's the one that's whipping up the things, and she's mixing up a remedy, and the daughter sees that she doesn't have the orange tutsia in there, which is, I guess, foreshadowing, but also was kind of foreshadowing within the story. But Predator 1 and 2, this is what the Predator uses, which makes me think, Jazz, because I'm not getting ahead of myself, because he is then delivered next. Predator, it seems like the Predator they just come to Earth to like learn what we do to become more advanced at what the hell they do.
So I think it's a situation to where they are trying to find a species to hunt to see if they are able to defeat that species. That's their whole thing, which is why you have the connection between Predator and Alien. The Predators well, I'm not going to say they created the aliens. Well, at one point before the whole Prometheus thing, it was assumed that they did. But
you love that movie.
What, Prometheus?
Yeah, I mean, you always talk about it.
Oh, I mean, I enjoy the Alien series, the whole franchise. So, but that the alien was probably their toughest competition or creature to go against.
Mm-hmm.
Except when you include man, but whatever.
She sounds so disappointed.
I mean, it's just like the Predator coming here just to kill folks, but that's what they do. They go out, fight, kill other species, which is why you see it collecting skulls.
Mm-hmm.
Had a whole little cave, but just collecting skulls of different creatures. But
so I guess they're basically like their little trophies in that scenario. So we get, they go back to the tribe. They're kind of stunned with this situation. One of their members have been snatched by a lion, and now they're going to go out to hunt it. Jazz, would you have been ready for this hunt, or would you have stayed and cooked the food?
Look, y'all know I got that thug in me. So where my knife at? We going out there. We getting that lion.
What about you, Chris?
Yeah, I would go. Got to.
Look here, brother.
Jason, you
You staying for that?
I'm staying behind. Look, I'm gonna tell you.
Well, with the benefit of
Wait.
hindsight, sure.
Wait. Well, hold
Hey,
up.
look, Aaron Donald, I got you. We throwing hands with a line. Y'all, I'm not even playing
Hold
with
on.
that.
Jason, you are the same person, and I'm going to continue to remind you that said you would run towards someone who is shooting an arrow at you.
A lion ain't gonna shoot nothing at me. They just gonna eat me. What am I playing that game for?
Oh, I got a question for y'all since we own something attacking you. This is completely off topic. So, we gonna pivot back. But since we're talking about creatures attacking us, which would you rather do you think you would put up a better fight against to where you have a higher possibility of surviving? An anaconda or a crocodile? A 6-foot crocodile?
Crocodile.
Actually 12.
Crocodile.
Crocodile. You said
18 foot crocodile. Crocodile. I'm not playing with the snake game. I'm not doing that one.
Chris, what about you?
Crocodile. Yeah, I remember this conversation. Had to do a little research, but you back on board. Yeah.
No research needed. You hit it hard enough, you make him do something. But man, I seen a crocodile galloping the other day. I don't know. I'm not dealing with the snake. I'm gonna take my chance.
Is that what you're saying?
Did you say galloping?
Yeah, they're evolving.
Galloping.
So like a horse?
Yes.
Wait.
It was on Twitter. I'm gonna pull it up.
Of course.
I'm gonna pull it up, but I was like, bruh, oh no. Where are they doing? Where are they learning these things at?
I need to see that. You need to share that link.
Yeah, that's kind of wild.
I got you. I promise. I was like, man, nah, this kind of crazy. But I'm still gonna fight the crocodile, alligator, whichever one it is. I'm fighting. I'm not dealing with the snake.
No, I'm with you now. I've seen it. Like, I'm with you now. I was just like, yeah, no.
All right. So our crew, they're in the actual forest. They're trying to find Pui because he was the one that was pulled by the actual lion. They do find him. He's just laid up against an actual tree. He's hurt, but he's not dead. They use Naru to give him some of the medicine to calm him down, which we find out the Tutsia that she gives to him, it cools its body down, but it also slows the blood so it doesn't flow out of his actual body. As they're walking though, she sees a flayed snake. Mm-hmm. Like at this point, what y'all thinking if you see a snake that's flayed?
You got to go the other way because like that was like I don't get it. But when I was watching it, I was early on, and this is new for me with the whole franchise. But it's like he's those are his trophies, right? Because we saw the skulls, so he's doing the same thing with the animals. Yeah, anything that can do that to a snake, I think I'm gonna just go the other way.
Yeah, I agree, Chris. I forgot to ask y'all this because do y'all remember where it was the shot of the ant and you see the ant crawling on something and then it was eaten by the rat and then the snake ate the rat? Do y'all remember that scene? Because that was
this was
the predator like killed the snake.
It's like the ecosystem.
The ecosystem,
right. The ecosystem that's showing the different levels of evolution and how he's just watching and he wants to prime of the crew.
Yeah, and that comes back up later on with Naru too. We'll get to
exactly. That. So I thought that scene was dope because with this being a prequel, like if you start look at the first Predator movies and you obviously when it was released the visuals wasn't that good, but just seeing them have the budget and doing it right with him being invisible and then all the tech that he had.
Yeah, that was. Man.
This movie was dope.
It was. Man. I'm honestly surprised it didn't come out in theaters after watching it.
Yeah,
like it was just a straight Hulu release. I'm very surprised.
Hulu has been doing a very great job with their movie releases this year. It's been quite a few that we've seen. We watched this one. I don't know how y'all felt about the Ben Affleck movie with his crazy girlfriend who was in the different relationships, and we watched Fresh. I know we was like, man, what is this? And then so yeah. True. But yeah, Hulu.
That Ben Affleck movie, Jesus.
I'm not gonna sit up here and defend her, but I was like, oh wow, okay, okay.
Jeez.
All right, so as they're in the actual forest, So she leaves the actual crew because she's like, nah, this isn't something that we're used to. So let me go and tell my brother, hey, look out, what's going on. And she goes to the lion's den and he tells her, hey, you got to put the flame out. You're just drawing attention to yourself. At this point, we're in his territory.
Mhm.
We have to look out for him. The friend of the brother is, he's trying to scare her as she's in there, and she decides that she wants to lay an actual trap to kill the actual lion. As they're sitting up there, they're trying to set it up. The lion snatches the boy out the actual tree. And this is why I'm gonna let y'all two go out there and try to fight with this lion, because I'm not fit to deal with anything that can jump in the tree where I can jump into. What's the point of me being out there with it? I don't have a gun. I just got a spear and a bow and arrow.
But them skills need to be where they're supposed to be.
Man,
So
look.
then
Their skills was up. It just was an unfortunate situation for him. So.
he was too busy talking shit. That's all it was.
Exactly.
Karma
exactly.
came and said, "Oh, I got something for you."
As the lion has cornered her in the actual tree, she hears a loud boom, which it felt like there was an explosion, if anything, which it kind of comes back at the end of the movie. That same exact thing happens. So she looks over, it catches her off guard, but she was already scared. And she falls out the tree, gets knocked out, wakes up in the actual tent. Her mom's like, and it was just kind of crazy. Like I don't know if that was pride or it's just her trying to prove who she is or what she can do, but you got knocked out. Why am I going to leave you in the forest in the lion's den while we try to track this actual animal as it's killing us or picking us off one by one? That really didn't make sense. And this is, I think this is where she gets upset with her brother because he brought her back to the actual, like I said, to the actual home. And, he initially says, we did it. We got the actual line. And as she kept on pushing him, he was like, you know what? Nah, you didn't do it because you couldn't bring it home. And I had to bring it, go back, get the lion, then bring it as well. So like I said, so he's a formidable person so far in this actual situation. And like I said, I just feel like that situation between them was just kind of it's kind of rocky, but it's a great brother-sister relationship from how it actually seems. And she was telling her brother, but yeah, that's cool, but it's still something out there, and we need to go out there and figure out what it was, which y'all have tried to figure out what that bigger challenge was.
See, at that point, nah. I didn't get knocked out. Like, it's just, I'm good. You can stay.
She got a whole concussion and she's trying to go back out in the woods.
That's what I'm saying.
She like Tua.
See, I was going to make that joke, but I thought that was in bad taste. So thanks for taking the heat, Jason. I was about to say something about Tua, but
nah. Man, and then and then Chris, we run into the scene that you were just talking about with the predator. He's watching the rabbit. You want to take that scene?
Man, so for me, as opposed to like a specific scene, I think looking at this from the form of course, Naru is our main character, and then the predator. It was like adaptation the whole time, and then the predator, he comes to Earth, and he's sort of he's watching his prey, so he's seeing like what's more powerful. Jazz made the point with the ant, and then I forgot the other animal, and then of course the snake. So it's pretty much taken over the point to see where it gets. But I feel like with Naru, she's so quick to try to. It's almost like she's trying to jump to the top. And we saw that with the situation with her brother, but she's just like, why'd you bring me back? I got it. Where you're not there yet. So it's like a growing process for her where she has to get to the point, of course, where, the head to head with the predator, but you have to get to the point of that part. And I think the biggest takeaway for me was the adaptation that I noticed from Naru's side. And then of course with the predator and how those two came to a head. So it wasn't a specific scene. It was just, as we go on through the movie, how that progresses over time. But that was one thing I saw, and it was just by the end, I was just like, yeah, this movie's fire.
Got you. Yeah, I like that. The way you did that. Good job, sir. And like I said, kind of like in the original Predator movie, we see him. He likes to stay in the treetops in that scenario. And then if you could jump through trees versus run on the ground, shit, why not? Because most people can't. They can't see up there. They can't get up there, and it's kind of shielded, and you invisible. So why not just jump through the actual trees? Just sound like stuff falling. And then this is when she's still learning her axe throwing, and she puts an actual rope on the actual axe, which I feel like this is something that the predator stole later in the world as well. So that was really taking a lot of things from this tribe. whenever they're learning, and she runs into the actual skinned buffalo. What did y'all think about these buffalo sitting in the forest skinned?
That's
All that
scary.
wasted meat. I'm like,
Just the meals you can make.
were you not hungry? Do you not have an appetite? Like, you wasted meat.
Now, did you I guess the twist is coming up, but did y'all think it was the predator going out here just knocking these people off like that?
I did.
Initially.
Oh, initially I didn't know what to expect, but I mean, I guess just from knowing it was a Predator movie beforehand. I figured it was, but
you mean the buffalo?
Yeah, the buffalo. Did you think it was just him just going out there, just going crazy, killing them?
So since I know the history and the behavior of it, no, because they just don't skin animals. Like
exactly. Okay, got you.
Take the skull or something.
Yeah.
Mainly for the skull, for a souvenir. So I'm like, what y'all walking around in minks now? Like, I mean, I know they got the locks, so I guess got that buffalo new coat. So I was like, nah, this seemed kind of off. But
so what you're saying is like in Predator, like 1, 2, and all that stuff. That's his thing with the skulls and everything.
Yeah, they would always like cut
even
off
with
the
people.
head.
Even with people, they do
everybody. Yeah,
well, that's interesting with it. Well, yeah, that's interesting with this movie too. Okay, this movie just got better knowing that.
Right. Yeah.
Have you ever played the Predator video game? It was on PlayStation 2.
No.
It was actually you play as him and you killing the people and you have to flay them in the actual game. So it was actually pretty dope.
Yeah, that's cool. Because in Predator 2, Danny Glover, do you plan to watch this, Chris?
You can go ahead. I'll watch it, but spoilers don't bother me like most people.
Okay. If you haven't seen this movie, whatever. So Danny Glover goes on one of the Predator ships, and while he's on there, it's like skulls all around in the interior of the ship. So they collect them.
Yeah, that's his thing.
And then when they did the whole actually you saw Alien versus Predator. So when you remember when the Predator killed one of the aliens, he either took the tongue out,
right,
or he chopped the head off. The tongue, I believe, is what the souvenir that they get for the aliens.
Okay,
The head just seemed like it would take too much of spaceship space.
So, yeah.
Take the tongue out, I guess. All right, go ahead, Jason.
Jason got a joke.
I don't. Not this. This is the first time. I don't have any inappropriate.
Chris got a joke. Nope.
Tell it.
Just save it. Fuck you, Jason.
Say it, Chris. Chris,
go ahead, Jason.
Come on. Push the button. Go push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button.
All right, Chris Tucker, go ahead, man.
We're doing good, gentlemen.
Jazz, actually, I wanted you to tackle the Naru versus the bear scene.
Okay. So I thought this scene was cool because I believe before this scene, she saw one of the colonizers. Nope. It wasn't a scene yet. Scratch that. Mm-hmm. All right. So she's just out with her dog that's well behaved, and she hears something from a distance, and she sees a bear running towards her. I would have been so fucking scared because this bear was going so fast, and she was able to get up on a cliff area, and the bear is just sniffing.
Yeah.
And I will say this movie, the small details mattered so much in this, which made me appreciate it so much more. And so when the bear got to her, I was just like, I know the predator is coming because he wasn't too far behind her trail when she ran into the buffalo. Like, he's tracking her. And so to see the bear scratching at her, she's pinned between, I think, this like this barrier reef in the lake or something like that. She's under the wood. And so the predator comes out of nowhere, and the fight between the predator and the bear, I thought was dope.
It was so good, man.
The fight in this movie was actually pretty amazing.
I like the choreography of that. I did.
Yeah, it was cool because at first the bear had the upper hand, but I was just like, you still gonna lose. But let's see how far you stay.
The adaptation of the predator.
Right.
I think that.
Chris.
I was gonna say, I think that it was like the camera view of Naru when she was underneath, the thing she was.
Yeah.
And then you see the predator, and it's like, it's invisible, but then you sort of see it like his outline come up. I was just like, bro, and then I was like, yeah, this is fire.
To have the blood of the bear,
after
he cut it open, I was just like, y'all, like, visuals were amazing. Like, it was some really fire killings in this movie.
It was. There was
I'm just
some nice deaths in this
yes.
one, and at first I was kind of mad because some of the deaths was like off screen, like he was there, so you would hear it, but you
Mm.
wouldn't see it. But then
Right.
as the movie began to progress, you start to see more of the actual death. So I was like, okay, I see. It's taking it. It's like Jazz introduced me to this mystique of not seeing things. So now I'm
Yeah.
like appreciating these actual moments when they actually happen.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
think it adds to the like you said, the mystique, but it adds to the terror of this thing because you're just like, we don't see how like capable it is yet, and then we get into the point, like you said. I thought it was
Yeah,
exactly.
I think it's important when you have great sound effects.
yeah, sound is important.
If you have really good sound, you don't have to give the viewer anything to see unless it's like a reaction shot.
Mm-hmm.
I think like anytime I see that in films, regardless of the genre, if I'm looking at it and I'm seeing somebody's reaction and hearing, oh my goodness, it's insane. That's why, and to go back to Game of Thrones, when Sansa's wedding night,
Mm-hmm.
that
Oh, okay, yeah.
like you did not see what happened,
Yeah.
but just seeing the reaction on Theon's face
Yeah.
and the sound effects, it was but yeah,
That was a hard watch, yeah.
yeah.
But I'm
This-
with you, Jazz. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm with you with the sound effects. And then even I think it was for me, it's like it's scarier when you don't see it in certain ways
Yeah.
because it's kind of like what is actually happening to cause this much terror. I was thinking about Nope when the monkey was, doing his thing at the on the TV set. And I feel like I mean it was good that we saw it, but I wonder how that would have hit a little bit more if we just saw the reaction to what the monkey was doing, and then we see like, little cuts from like the bloody paw and everything.
Or
So that
just
was
like maybe seeing a small shot as a reflection to where
Ooh.
you're not getting the whole thing, but you
Yeah.
only get a little bit.
Yeah,
When
stuff like
movies
that.
do that, it's just like
It's dope.
I want to see more, but you know you're not going to.
It's a tease, yeah.
Right.
I seen a movie like that. It's Smile. I seen Smile. That's
Okay.
that's how one of the deaths happened in there. You don't see it, but they show the person who's seeing the death. You see it off their eye. So yeah, that's how.
Wow.
That was actually pretty good movie. Like I said, I don't get scared, but if you're looking for like the horror elements, this is the movie. Jazz, relax, relax.
Wasn't it a few weeks ago the lighthouse had you scared? So
It's been like a year. I feel like
a year.
So you've been scared for a year?
That sounds even worse, being scared for a year.
Anywho, Naru, after she sees the predator for the first time kill a bear with his own hands, she's running and she runs into her brother's friends. There's some dicks in this scenario. Like that was kind of wild. So the friends have come out to look for her because they know she's went beyond the ridge, which is far beyond where I'm not necessarily saying where they're supposed to go, but it's far beyond where she's supposed to go. So they're supposed to be saving her, but they get into a fight with her, and they just kind of jump her and they tie her up in the actual forest, which is, you already know, when the person that sees everything gets tied up, what's going to happen in this actual scene. So as after they get done fighting, the predator is watching this, which he sees who's the prey in this scenario, and he sees who, I guess, is what he feels, or she, I don't know what the predator is, what they feel is the actual the predator in this actual scenario, and the predator goes ham in this actual this set of people. It kind of jumps off with the kid. They hear some rustling and they think it's something over there, which she knows what it is, but they still not listening, and it kills the possum. So it's been happening throughout the entire movie. You see see an animal get killed, the predator sees it. Oh, you the apex. You the apex in this scenario. So let me get over to you. And you see the three dots on his body.
That was so fire, man. Yeah. No, I enjoyed that. It was like, because I, again, I'm not familiar with the Predator and everything like that, but I thought it was interesting. Then even like, excuse me, Jason said with the twist, like with the bison and stuff, that was like the big, the big kill or whatever. But then you have these guys, and I think he upped like his or it, whatever the predator is. Like he upped his ante of how he's gonna like do it. With the bear, I feel like I don't want to say he was holding back because Jesse he had the upper hand, maybe adaptation. But with these guys, like just the way he was killing it, it was way more ruthless than we've seen. So I think it was just like the stronger the prey, the harder he goes, kind of like sandbagging a little bit, where it's just like, oh, I could just easy. But with these guys, he was going harder.
It's kind of crazy you say that, Chris. Now that you mentioned it, because when he killed the snake, he pulled out the blades, 2 blades. When he killed the wolf, he pulled out the blades. When he fought the bear, he just used his hands. He watched these kids shooting stuff with the actual arrow, and then he used his arrows
Right.
that he has with the actual laser. And he, like I said, he kind of demolished these actual people. And here and then we see Naru and the guy they try to get away, and obviously the predator can run like a cheetah because this man was balling in the actual in the open field. I'm just like, bruh, it's over with. There's no running from this thing. That's why I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I'm not trying to get into it with this animal. But in the midst of them trying to run, Naru gets stuck in a trap. And this is when we get the twist. It's the French. The French are here. Christopher Columbus and his crew. I wish this would have happened back in the day, but no, it didn't. No, I mean they look.
The predators would have came back, and so
it would have been a more believable story. I would have much rather them come back and take care of them, but they get trapped. Well, Naru gets trapped. The dog gets trapped as well with the trapper keepers, and then she sees that they're dressed in all the fur that they basically skinned off these actual buffalo, and they're wearing them. And there's one guy, Raphael, which called back to Predator 2. Raphael is there in the actual forest, and he speaks French, English. I feel like he spoke another language, but he's pretty much camouflage. He's going through, and he's trying to figure out how to get to the predator. I don't know why they want to get to it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Why, like, just leave it alone.
What do you think about this, Jazz? Them trying to go and catch the predator, allegedly.
Idiots. Like, with your they had gunpowder guns. Like, what are you doing? It's watching this
that
scene,
one scene.
It was,
yeah.
And obviously the predator is more advanced, more intelligent, because I'm gonna wait till we get to the battle. But
yeah, that's what we heading into it. So because they're trying to catch the predator and she's not speaking, we find out that they have Tabe, which is her brother. They have Tabe, and they take Tabe and they take Naru and they use them as bait to catch the predator. But she remembers, which that was her, I think, her big trait. She picks up on a lot of things, and she picks up on it pretty quick. And she figured he doesn't really, when you're defenseless, he doesn't really come. I don't know. I really don't know, because he kind of debunks this piece as he starts to kill the crew. Like, as they become defenseless, he didn't really care. But for her, for some reason, when she got stuck in the trap, he just stopped. He didn't even. He stopped in that scenario. What you should say, Jazz?
Yeah, I think it just depends, because I've seen situations to where if it's someone that's like innocent crying, they don't see them as a threat, so they don't see them as somebody worth trying to fight or kill. It's always someone to where it's just like, oh, that could be the apex, let me go after them. They have a weapon on them, let me go after them. So, but predators have different personalities. So this one maybe a little lenient on cis and more aggressive on the colonizers. It is what it is. So
yeah, that's what I thought too. Just didn't see her as a threat, and then
got you. Yeah. But she kept playing like she kept feeling as if she was getting played, like they were playing in her face, like, bro, y'all gonna take me serious. I'm sick of this. Like, somebody gonna take me serious at some point. And the brother, he finally admits when they killed the lion, it was because the trick that she used, or the plan that she calculated, it did actually work. And that gave her the extra motivation, which at this point it kind of felt as if he was going to be a sacrificial lamb at some point in the actual story. Did y'all feel that at this moment?
I didn't, but
I knew he was going to die when he defended her in front of his homeboys. when they was like earlier in the movie when they were just like, you need to go home and cook, and he was like, no, if we find him, she has really good medicine, because it let us. He's not that trash older brother. He's that encouraging, help build you up, stand up for you, and those characters always die. So,
man, yeah. I mean, just typically in the Predator movies, everybody dies except one person. Typically, think about it. Well, at least Predator 1 and 2.
Alien versus Predator, only one survived.
Yeah.
So was it not like that, right?
So not like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think.
Jason's funny.
What
They ain't
was he?
surviving Blade though, but it's cool.
That was his mama.
Man, so as they set this actual trap, we see Predator. He's heading toward it, but he's not heading towards the trap. He's just heading towards all the prey that he sees in the actual field. The Frenchmen look back, and everybody is just getting slain. Well, they have already been slain. They just like, bruh, nah, he already at it. He already getting to it.
I would have jumped on the ground so fast and pretended to be dead.
Yeah, you gotta play dead like
And if you die beside somebody, you gotta rub some of their blood on you. So you just sit there and just be like, I'm just gonna stay still.
But Jazz, that didn't work. Remember, that don't really work. Just laying there.
If you just it doesn't always work, but it's a 50-50 chance. You gonna take
the try, right?
You gotta try.
I mean,
you gotta hold your breath.
That's,
so you know,
man, that's a risky situation. It's like, should I run or should I just lay here?
No, you don't never run. Jason, how many horror movies have you watched where they ran and they got a knife in the back? A lot. So you need to stay your ass right there, because the people that do, they survive. I'm trying to help you survive.
Man, look. So, like I said, the people, the actual Frenchmen, they are getting slain. They have all these different guns, and the Predator pulls up like his Captain America shield as he's getting shot at, and then as he's doing this, of course, because we're in the olden days,
the reloads. I was like, bruh, like, come on, man.
I like this movie. This movie is super well written. So like, it was like, even like the jokes they're like subtly just put in, just like, this is something that really would happen.
Yeah, because that made me laugh when I seen it. I was like,
but the one where he was walking up to the dude, and the dude had the gun at him, and the Predator just sitting there like,
really?
Go ahead and try. And then he shoots him, and it bounces off of his helmet. And
he shoots him in the helmet and hits him in the face.
Yeah, like the Predator just sitting there like, these aren't terrible humans. They just
they're not worth my time.
Right.
I mean, shit. Technically, they weren't in that scenario. And then after he gets shot in the actual face, they overpower him. They just shooting him, loading him up with the actual bullets. And he taps on his little wrist, his little Power Ranger wristlet, and he gets out. He gets his little technology, and he sets it down. The leader of the pack was like, "Nah, we ain't. I'm not." He took my route. Like, "Nah, I'm not sticking around to figure out what this is supposed to happen." But everybody else is just so wooed by the actual technology, they just sit there. I'm just like, bro, y'all, you like, that's kind of crazy. I'm not. Who's just, for some you don't know, and it's just making this sound you've never heard. Like, nah, I'm getting as far away from this as I can.
So, Jason, if you saw a Predator in front of you that had a Power Rangers device and you saw them typing in it, and it's like, wait, stop laughing. And it's like, you gonna run away?
Yes, I don't know what he's doing.
But it's Power Ranger noises.
The Megas are coming to get you.
Right.
I don't know.
This man don't look friendly. He ain't talking to me. He just killed everybody in the forest.
But you still alive.
Man, look, I'm mad at her. I'm mad at it. If he don't kill me, he thought I was pussy. That's all I got in this scenario. He thought I was a punk, so he didn't want the issue with me.
Would you go back to the tribe, be like, look, y'all, I survived. I beat his ass as much as I could.
Hey, family. It's time to pack it up.
We out.
I just seen this man slay 200 people with 2 hands. Nah, there would be no points of me being there, in that scenario. And Naru, she gets free. Well, her and her brother, they get free because she uses a story about, seeing a beaver and just saying how to be free, he would have much rather lose his leg than die in the thing and die that way. He much rather have been free. So she's telling her brother, he was like, bro, we not fit this. Neither one of us had to lose an arm to get out these actual chains. They use the trapper keeper to get them out. The brother goes to go get some horses for them to. I thought it was to run again. I don't know. I don't know what they got. They had some big cojones, as people like to say. There's no way I would have been.
I mean, even if you try to leave, the predator could come to your tribe. Yeah. So you're gonna go back to your tribe, be like, all right, y'all. So it's predator.
I mean, Jay, that's a hell of a 50% chance to play.
I feel like
it was tracking him the whole movie.
Far.
Yeah, right, it was tracking you the whole movie. So
so look, this is what I look. This is how I look in this scenario. Just imagine you in the forest with something you just seen kill 200 people. Like, what makes me feel like I'm the person that's gonna be 201 to be the one that make the change that scenario?
If I'm still there to see 200 people die, I'm already gonna put myself in that number of people. I already feel like my life is gone anyway. If I see it kill 200 people,
so you might as well go down fighting, right?
Right. Why am I taking them back to my tribe?
I wouldn't have found my tribe. I would have found a new tribe.
That's crazy. Just take it to a new. Sacrificing a whole new tribe with nothing to do with it is crazy.
Look, we would have some Damon and Renero babies.
Oh boy, yeah, they're not that far back.
What?
I would have found a new tribe, Jazz. We weren't going back to that one.
Chris, would you have left your family?
No. No. Jason. And then Jason talking about, like, you guys
Chris would have already been at the tribe. He wouldn't even have gone out there to go fight way. So
but we're further along now. So this hypothetical, you can't take him back home.
I wouldn't have took him back home. I just would never seen home again.
So how do you even continue living your life thinking, well, it's been 6 months. I don't know if my family is still alive because the predator could have gone.
Jason shrugged. He said, "Not my problem."
Hey, look, Dad. It's not when you see stuff like that. That's out of my. That's God. That's God did. That's on him. That ain't got nothing to do with me no more. If I ain't got no kids too, oh my God, I'm out of here. You're never gonna see me again. But look, my mama done lived a life. My daddy already gone.
Jason,
the chief in the middle of dying. What am I going back there for?
This is sad.
I now know how to hunt. I know how to track stuff. I just don't see the point of me trying to go fight you. I commend you two for being the ones that's gonna fight the predator for the end of your life.
I'm gonna lay a trap. You know what?
What would your trap be, Jazz? If you had to set one.
Shit, the same one she did, because that's
nah. What would your trap be? I want to with your don't use.
How much time do I have to make this trap?
You ain't Batman. You gotta set this trap now to see he out there in the field with you.
Jazz said prep time. Where we at?
Chris, you see, when I ask for prep time, I can't have it. But Jason stayed giving Bruce prep time to go against anybody.
That's not my fault. That's not on me. But Bruce on the fly still fly. You know what I'm saying?
Can we leave Bruce alone? Like we talk about Predator right now.
That's why I say I'm on our Jazz. If you had to set a trap, you have countless. If the world is at your bay, what would you do if you had to set a trap? You cannot use what she used though.
All right, so I would try to get build like a 6-foot a hole in the ground, like a ditch.
Mm-hmm.
And I would put spikes in there so and then cover it up with grass. So when he walked past, boom, he just get and all the spikes kill him.
Where would you get these spikes?
I mean, I gotta cut some trees down. But technically, she did that at the beginning. When they made that little cot for their homeboy in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, what would y'all trap be?
Yeah, see, I don't know about that trap because
I
the
left.
predator.
I don't need to trap.
Well,
What
yeah,
you say?
but
I left.
hypothetically, but let's say you didn't leave, like hypothetically.
You're still
Man,
here.
Jason hell bent on leaving. Like, no.
so because okay, so given the situation, if it was kind of like what happened when she met Raphael, when they get back to the actual camp, and she gave him the thing, and she found out the body temperature would lower if she eats the Tutsia. I would have tried to lure him to, I don't know, some place and try to set him on fire. I don't know how that would work, but I
I
would.
was gonna ask, where did you get the fire from?
He just get the sticks and rub them just together.
That's
All
a lot
right,
of.
so Jason's plan is gonna get him killed.
That's
So
why
I
I'm
can-
running. I'm not fit to be out here doing. That's not who I am. I can get out of stuff, but like putting people into stuff, I don't know how to hog tie people.
Chris, what is your plan?
See, so I would try to like picture its patterns. The thing is with this thing, it's so adaptive, so it's kind of hard to do that. But sort of just figure out its movement patterns and everything like that. And I like Jazz's idea actually with the trap, with the with the spikes and everything, something like that. My only issue is like this predator seemed like it'd be like hopping around in trees and stuff, so it's just kind of interesting. But I like that, like some sort of trap, something to use its well. That's kind of what happened, but something to use its own weapons against itself would
Yeah,
be good.
that
Yeah.
would probably be the best scenario. And Naru, she goes back to the actual Frenchman, the trappers camp to save her dog. While she's at the actual camp, she goes crazy with the men that are actually still left at the actual camp. She's killing, like picking them off one by one in the store. But she's actually fighting in a head-up situation. She just, like I said, she's pretty much adapting to what she's been dealing with the entire time, as far as with the fight that she had with the from the lion situation to fighting the crew of her brother, her brother's crew, and now she's fighting these Frenchmen who have her dog in containment. She's going crazy, killing them, getting them, knocking up out of here. And like you said, Raphael, he pulls up, leg is, well, he lost half his leg in this actual scenario, and she knows medicine.
Mhm.
And he makes a deal with her. If he teaches her how to, if he can heal her, well, try to heal him, he would teach her how to use the gun. And that was some horrible advice. It was like not too little, but not too much.
The most general basic advice ever.
It's like if somebody was to say, "Hey, how do you cook this meal? Oh, how much I need for it? Oh, shoot. Just don't go crazy with it. What does that mean?" But I mean, you can some stuff you can salt to taste in that actual scenario. But she gives them the actual medicine. We find out, well, we know it cools you down, but it gets to a point of where Predator can't see you in there because he can't pick up your heat signature, which makes it look as if you're dead. But unfortunately, Raphael gets stepped on.
This made me think of this made me think of House of the Dragon with the dude. He was like, Damon, you're my king, save me. Splat. It was like, so it's like, nah, fam, you getting stepped.
Man, that was kind of crazy. But like I said, Chris, she's adapted to this actual scenario. Jazz, what do you think about the Tabe and Predator fight? This is the brother.
I thought it was dope because before this scene, we see the predator zooming in on the dog. Hold on, how wasn't upset with anybody else you killed earlier, but leave that dog alone. I'm like, nah, y'all don't need to kill no dogs. And then just to see her brother come and just knock the shit out of the predator,
Yeah,
I was like, oh snap! And she's trying to and then I believe his mask came off, because she saw that the light was coming from his mask. So she was just like, oh yeah, I need to go ahead and scoop that. And so with the brother riding around, I was so scared for his life, because it was one of those situations where you know somebody's gonna die, but you like, but I just hope I'm wrong, because I like their character. But it's like, you're definitely gonna die.
Yeah.
It's just how painful is your death going to be? And he knew it as well. And so I think that point he told her like, you're this is it. This is what, and I don't remember exactly the terminology, but it's basically that point to where you hunt something and then you reach that goal that you wanted, which is what the lion was going to do for her. But then it's the predator now, which realistically, the predator or the lion, like, yeah, she's the leader of y'all tribe now because the predator is crazy, you know. So, but then the predator kills her brother, and it's just like, I was like, all right, it's time for you to die. Like, you need to die right now. The brother and the dog, no. So
Yeah, yeah. He had a nice little Billy Loomis moment though, right? He get stabbed. He gets stabbed through the chest, and we think his fate has been sealed at this point. Um, but I think he gets his sights on Naru, and at this point, this is when he makes one last attempt to assist to try to help her, and she breaks free. But ultimately, he gets killed. I guess he aimed for the head at that point. We have our final standoff. Between Naru and the Predator in the actual forest. How did y'all feel about this scene?
The choreography I was about to say something shady, but the choreography was dope. I like her adaptation skills. And then the Predator, to me, the Predator got a little bit more reckless over time because like it didn't use his cloaking ability as much. I don't know if that's because it got weakened a bit or the helmet or
Typically in the movies, as he begins to continue to fight, like all those, he starts to lose all of those.
Oh, okay.
The abilities for some reason. I don't know if it's like but then I think his equipment starts to get damaged. But
yeah,
Tabe was kicking his ass.
Yeah, and that's what I like too because it wasn't like it wasn't like the Predator was just like bulldozing everybody. They sort of put up more of a fight, so it made it more realistic that the Predator was like it just showed more of the danger that the Predator was. Like with the bear had the upper hand at first, and then the Predator came back and adapted. So I like that. This fight was good. I was about to shade Black Widow, but. And be like, Naru, she might be getting Black Widow out of here. But yeah, the way she was fighting, I was like, yo, I don't know, but RP to Black Widow.
One day we need to speak on your hatred for her.
I don't hate her. It's just
that is a wild thing to even connect for you to be like, what made me think of this? Widow.
And that's crazy because I just thought of it just now, and I was just like, oh, hey.
How?
Yeah,
man, it'd be like that. But before she gets into the standoff with the Predator, she goes into the actual forest. She's overwhelmed. She's saddened with grief, of course. She's wiping the blood, cleaning the blood, and she sees the trapper, the leader of the trappers, and she takes him. She cuts off one of his legs, and she puts him in an actual trap and leaves him basically as bait for the Predator to come to the thing. And then that's when she kind of reveals what she didn't reveal her plan, but she was just more so what we said previously. Like she's tired of being like she getting played in that scenario, and she's setting herself up. As she hears the actual Predator, she takes the Tutsia as he's coming, and I guess she kind of timed it right where he was at, so she stepped out the way, which is kind of like I said, he was off his game because typically he would have heard that and he would have knocked her head off her shoulders in most cases. But like I said, him being weak at this point.
Was it that or was it plot armor?
Oh boy. Yeah.
You might be right, Jazz.
Shout out to episode 10.
So yeah, he goes to the actual trapper and he thought she gave him a gun, but the gun was empty. Tries to pull it, nothing comes out, and he gets his head chopped off his body. And why she's doing this, why the Predator is doing this, she's right behind him, can't be detected, shoots him in the back of the head. And I'm just like, man, this man is a beast because he took a headshot. It's still pushing, but at this point, he's super off his game, and she leads him into the back to the where she was previously in the actual movie, where she was in the actual mud, and I guess she figured out, like I said, she been adapting to everything and just paying attention to everything. I don't know how she was tracking all that in the dark too. It was like nighttime. She bad. The sister's bad. Yeah. Living into the forest. He falls into the actual mud, Well, no, before. Well, they had a nice little fight prior to him. Before they actually got him into the mud, because she's in the actual tree, like she was with the actual line, and she jumps down, starts trying to fight him off with the actual axe, and then she leads him into the actual water, and then she has the helmet set up, and this was a super. This is probably my favorite Predator death of the other ones, because I think the Predator one, he he laughs like Arnold Schwarzenegger and blows himself up. And
Yeah.
I feel like the other Predators killed the one in Predator 2. I feel like
it wasn't a big death at all, because I
it
know
was
that the
just
other ones just came and scooped his body up.
yeah, because he was on the ship. That was on the actual ship. But this was actually pretty cool. He had the lasers that he kept shooting everybody. He shot himself with, which she knew that's what he was gonna do just based on how he's been moving. So yeah, she was paying attention to that, and she saved the tribe. She got the tribe saved. She went back to the house, and this was the for sure on the nose call back to Predator 2, which was this was like the worst ending to a movie I've seen in quite some time. Predator 2. It's Predator 2.
Oh, I was like, wait, what?
In Predator 2, Chris, they gave Danny Glover a gun. The gun they give to Danny Glover is the same exact gun that Naru gets from Raphael in this movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was crazy.
It made no sense. It was just like they just gave him the gun. It made sense to you?
Yeah, I immediately knew where that gun was from when I saw Prey for the first time.
Oh no, it made sense in Prey because Raphael gave it to her. It didn't make sense as to how they got it back and how they gave it to
that just
Danny
means
Glover.
that they came back to Earth.
I was getting ready to say that's what happened.
That's all it was. Like they came back to Earth because obviously you remember when the spaceship, like they dropped him off. They're like, all right, so we'll holler at you in a week.
So take care of business with you,
right? You know, let us know how many skulls you collect. You know what you do. And so they came back, and then obviously something happened between those 300 years for them to get that gun back, because that gun could have definitely been a trophy when they came back after this film. So like when I saw that, I was just like, holy shit. I was like, is that the same gun from 2? I even tweeted it. Nobody responded, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, because so it made sense in this movie, but in Predator 2, I was just like, bro, what? Because that's how it ended. It didn't come back up. Did it come back up in another movie before this?
I don't think so. I don't remember it coming back up.
Just some random. They don't even speak English. They just give him a gun. And they give him a gun and kick. They give him a gun and kick him off their ship. They ain't kill him or nothing.
Yeah, but I think it's so dope how Prey incorporated that.
I was gonna say that's because it made the ending of Predator 2 better. Yeah, so I like that. Right. That's cool.
So it made you appreciate it more.
It didn't make the ending of Predator 2 no better. But hold on,
but Jason, if you think about it, it's just like for someone like Chris, if he goes and watches Predator 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. I guarantee you, even if he did all of that before we're doing this review, I'm sure he would have appreciated the ending of 2 a lot more, especially seeing how Prey did it. Yeah.
So, Predator 2 made me appreciate Prey a lot more. That's what it did for me when I watched. I was like, now it makes sense why this gun is here.
All these years later, I get it now.
Finally, like, come on. It didn't but prior to that, it didn't make sense. Like up until that point, but. That's the end of this movie. And the question that people come here to find out is, was it good though? Jazz, I'm with the ladies first.
I'm gonna say, I've been saying through the entire episode, like, this movie was fire. I loved it. Predator is a film that I saw when I was younger, so I definitely kept up with it. So yeah, I think they did a great job with this film.
What does it rank? What does it rank in the Predator franchise?
Ooh, so I feel like it's disrespectful to.
No, it's not.
To me, so
Jazz.
That's tough.
Jazz. So you telling me if you had a chance? I don't know. You got Wes's blessing to make a Scream movie. You telling me you're not trying to make one better than Scream 1?
You're right. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna try, but I'm gonna be like, it ain't gonna be as good as Scream.
How do you know? Why are you putting
Man.
yourself down?
I'm not, but I'm just the
Nah, Jazz. Nah, you got to come in and be like, this gonna be way better than Scream 1. That's
I
what you
can
got to do.
try, but that blueprint, that footprint that Wes left.
You take
But
that blueprint and you make it better. That's what you do.
I appreciate y'all having faith in the sister. I really do.
I be putting you been making me feel like I be putting too much faith in you. I don't like that.
Jazz gonna write a movie and blow us all out the water one day. So you waiting for it.
I mean,
I'm waiting for it. I'm gonna support. She know I'm gonna be there.
Yo, wouldn't it be insane? Like Jazz makes a movie and then we review the movie on the podcast one day.
That would be dope. She can. I just like one of the this guy was working. I did something else with. They made a movie and he got accepted into like the local film festival. So yeah, so you never know what you may do.
Yeah, man.
Well, I appreciate y'all. And if anything happens, if one of my screenplays gets picked up, I'll be like, hey, y'all go check out my podcast.
Hey, but look, I might be a little actor or something though, so I might want to, you know what I'm saying? I could be somebody daddy, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting older, so I could be somebody dad. I can't be the kid no more. Don't kill me neither. Like just let me be random.
But hold on, but Jason, if it's a situation where I'm like, what kind of death do you want? Like, I'm just saying, if
you gotta kill me running, because that's or dancing. Well,
I'm going to do running, since you sit up here on multiple episodes talking about how you can outrun zombies and
you gonna kill, so you gonna ironically kill me doing what I'm good at doing. That's kind of crazy.
It can definitely be a situation to where you're running from them and you got a good distance, and then a little zombie kid come in front of you, make you fall, and you bust all of your shit, and that zombie kid start biting you.
look at my death, man.
Jazz gonna make sure it's the most ironic death ever.
Hey, Chris, and then a zombie dog gonna come and fuck him up too. Oh.
For all my comrades, you be hating on my friends.
What is this? Pet cemetery / kid on the corn /
Chris, and then we're gonna have a zombie dinosaur come in.
This is the cabin in the woods. This is what the cabin in the woods is like. It's just random killers in their movie. But that movie is one of the most underrated horror movies ever. Chris, was it good though?
This movie was great. It made me definitely want to check out the rest of the franchise. And I think too, with why are you laughing?
Hey, this is a great start.
So downhill from here?
No, it's a prequel, so it's a good start for you to go to the other ones.
Oh, well, yeah. But I think just different things like Jason mentioned at the end of the two, I'll be able to appreciate it more now. I thought it was cool. My favorite thing was Naru's development throughout the whole film. I mentioned it earlier, but like the Predator, we saw its adaptation throughout. She really did it, and her whole thing came full circle when we saw at the end when she actually brought the Predator's head. Such like the Predator does with this prey. She brought the head, and then she had like the blood on her face and everything like that. But it was good. I mean, like I said earlier, I feel like this is something that was good enough that it could have been in theaters for me. And it was just like the choreography, like Jazz said, the sound, it made you really feel certain scenes in the movie. And that bear fight scene was like, I really enjoyed it a lot. So yeah, it was definitely good.
Jason, what you think?
Yeah, solid film. I loved it. I really enjoyed it. At first, I felt like it kind of started out slow, but they got into it. It wasn't a long movie at all, so a super cool, super quick watch. Definitely enjoyed it. But Jazz, did you want to get into your question before the Link of Thrones or after?
Let's do after the Link of Thrones, so then we can go ahead and tie up any things from this film, since we're about to do a strong horror pivot.
Got you. So anybody want to go Link of Thrones? I'm not gonna lie to you. These people weren't in anything.
I ain't know nobody. I was like, never seen these people in my life. Nah.
I was gonna send a text in the group chat like, so let me know which movie y'all seen that your Link of Thrones was in.
Yeah, I ain't seen none of these.
went through a bunch of people. But Jason, I will go first. Because I'm just like, let me try to go first, just in case somebody picked.
Watch you. I know who you pick. Watch.
Oh well.
Hey, but so many people she can pick.
Right.
Yeah.
So my Link of Thrones is Stephanie Matthias. This is Sumu. She was in Pathfinder.
Is that a TV show or a movie? What is that?
Man, this is... Who you got? Who you got, Chris?
Oh man, I haven't seen anything that none of these people are in. I don't know anybody. But I like the actress for Naru, and apparently this is a good TV show. So I'll say Legion. She's in Legion.
Oh, that might be based off the movie. The movie was fire.
There's a Legion movie? Oh no. So this is X-Men.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's dealing with the X-Men. I've seen previews for it. I never sat down and watched the show, but I heard good things about it. They say it's a really good show. So, yeah, Amber Mid Thunder, which is actually a very cool name, in my opinion.
Mid Thunder.
That's how it's spelled. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it the correct way. Yeah.
I wonder if they call her by her last name. Hey, yo, Mid Thunder.
You gotta add the yeah. Nah, there we go. But yeah, shout out.
If she's from the South, oh my God.
So the one that I picked was Bennett Taylor. He played Raphael. He was in Arrow.
Who was he in Arrow?
Guy named Crosby.
You just like a side character or something? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I got excited because I like the Arrow.
The Predator was an American Horror Story, so I'm shocked glad Jazz didn't pick him.
I didn't click him. Nope. I was like, let me get somebody else. Because I think I didn't get him because I figured one of y'all would. So I was like, let's not.
Yeah, that was probably the one of the best ones to pick from here. Seems like he's the most known of the actual people. But since we're here, I do want to not condolences, but RIP to the original Predator. He passed away after Predator 2. Unfortunately, he had a blood transfusion. He got AIDS from it and passed away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He was a big star in the early 90s. He was in 227. Kevin Peter Hall, black man. He met his wife on set of 227. They married on the show, and then they got married in real life. So that was super dope. But yeah, I just want to shout that out as well. So the first Predator was a black man. Yeah.
Yeah, one thing I just looked up to, the director, his name is Dan Trachtenberg. He's not related to Michelle Trachtenberg, but he actually directed 10 Cloverfield.
Harriet the Spy.
Yeah, shout out to Harriet the Spy.
Look at Jazz. What is that?
You never seen Harriet the Spy?
Jazz be showing. Showing. Oh, okay.
Jason was ready, boy. He was like, hey. Nah, but he was. But he directed 10 Cloverfield Lane, which is in the what's that movie called? Cloverfield universe. And he also directed an episode of Black Mirror. He did Playtest, Jazz, the video game with
Anthony Mackie?
No, Playtest is the scary video game with Wyatt Russell.
Oh,
he gets killed when they come on, but he think he's alive the entire time.
Which is one of my favorite episodes.
Which plot twist, sis from Loki and Lovecraft, Ruby is in that as well. She was the one giving him the test.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
it's funny when I recently rewatched Black Mirror because I love it. When I was looking, I was just like, damn, let me figure out how many Marvel actors did Black Panther, did Black Mirror episodes. It was a lot.
Yeah, because Shuri's in one too.
Yep, she was in Black Museum.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody else, of course, Anthony Mackie, because he was with Yaya. Yaya had locks. I hope he never decides to do that. It was looking like a Tyler Perry wig in that. Am I right? All right, Jason, did you have anything else you wanted to cover for Prey?
No, man, just check that out. That is on Hulu.
Did you want to pray?
Dear Lord, since we are in October, put your arms of protection around Jazz and Chris. Protect them from Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger and Scream and Ghostface.
Oh damn! I was about to beatbox for you. I thought you was about to. I was
beatboxing to a prayer is crazy.
We got Chucky. Chucky and the Predator. Oh, I'm out of there.
Hey, don't forget Hellraiser. Oh, What?
Oh yeah,
Like,
that's
That comes out, or is no? Actually, Hellraiser is out now on Hulu.
yeah, I need to check that
It's
out.
out. Yep. It came out. Yep. It came out October 7th. On October 7th. That's
he's
out
learning,
now.
Jazz. He's learning.
Jason watches so much stuff. I can understand why it might be difficult when stuff drop. Like I completely understand. All right, y'all. So we're gonna pivot since we are in October, and Prey was definitely a good slush, but we about to go into horror shit. So Jason looks ready. He looks excited. All right, gentlemen, because I know we've been looking at horror stuff all month,
Yeah.
and I
Since
recently. Oh, go ahead, Jason.
I would say since we have been watching it, what have y'all been watching for the actual month? What horror movies have you guys been watching? Have y'all been treating this month right?
I treat this month right every year. I watched some classics. I watched some new items. I was just like,
Give me a couple new ones.
So recently I watched Bodies, the beginning of this month.
What you think about that?
Yeah. All right, so I wouldn't play that game with a group of friends. Fuck all of that. Like Jazz ain't doing it. But the ending had me like, my nigga, for real?
Bruh,
It
crazy.
was over a cell phone.
Yeah,
like
crazy.
I'm just watching this and I'm like, but it makes sense because I remember you told me like, because I asked you, I was like, Jason, how are these kids not knowing how to survive a scary movie where you think somebody's around trying to kill you? And you just like, Jazz, none of these kids would survive. And I'm like, no, they wouldn't. None of them. But no, I think that movie was dope. I feel like I seen something recently. Now I can't think of what it was.
Was it Men?
Yes, Chris, thank you. Okay, so I gotta give some A24. The studio it's a film company or is it like
A20? It's a studio. A24 is a production company, basically.
Okay, they have been dropping fire all year. Like if you look at their catalog of films that they even made, it's insane. But if you just look at what they dropped this year, like Bodies, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Men, and it was another one too, Jason, at X. Like
Pearl just dropped.
Pearl, yeah, I want to check out Pearl. X was fire. You put us on that at the beginning of the year. So but Men is wild as fuck. Completely wild. You are going to need a movie breakdown of that, but it's so it gets you to think. So what y'all got? What y'all saying?
Okay. Yeah, so I've also seen Bodies. I thought it was funny, but it was a good movie as well. I rewatched the Psycho remake with Vince Vaughn. Have y'all seen that?
It's terrible.
It is, but it was fun to watch because it's just kind of it's really. I saw it on cable years ago, and I was just sort of disgusted because I was just like, "What is this?" But it was literally the exact same movie, but with Vince Vaughn. I watched that. Would you consider this horror? Because I wasn't scared, but is it sci-fi? Is it horror? What would you consider Prey?
I think. Prey?
Or I guess Predator as well.
Oh, I wasn't sure if you were talking about Psycho. Prey, I would do definitely sci-fi.
Okay. It would be I would give it a sci-fi thriller because I mean it has the horror elements of a horror movie, although it's not that. But I mean, so it also depends on how you define a horror movie. So it has all the elements you need. You got a killer, social commentary, and you have victims, and you have a strong protagonist. So I mean, I think it meets the qualifications of a horror movie.
Well, so in that case, I'll include Prey. I wasn't scared, but I thought it was really good. I would put in more sci-fi, but when you use those qualifications, then that's cool too. And then I think that was it. I think I saw Scream 4, but I feel like
he loved that movie.
Well, yeah, but I saw that maybe last month or August. But so far so good. I got a couple on the slate, so I'm gonna get a chance to sit down, check out a few.
Chris, have you seen Orphan First Kill?
That's one of the ones I have to watch. No,
you got to watch that. Orphan is
because I've seen Orphan, and y'all was talking about a scene in the movie.
I'm telling you, That's another one I seen, and I recently watched it with my best friend, and she's the one who put me on Orphan because we watched it back when it originally dropped. And just to see her reaction, she over here asking me questions, and I'm like, I'm not telling you nothing.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
like the twist, she was like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Yep." But I will say this was probably one of the best prequels. And they don't really do a lot of prequels for horror movies. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jason, because I can't think of any outside of Aliens. But I can't think of anybody else, any other film that has like a prequel for a horror movie. But
there's a Texas Chainsaw prequel.
the beginning, yes,
Uh,
that was pretty solid. But Chris,
they
like,
should. If I know we don't really care for the Friday the 13th, but I think that could be an actual nice prequel if they did it properly.
so, but Chris, yeah, you can check out Orphan.
Jesse, nah.
I'm sorry.
I didn't see how a prequel would fit with Freddy, but that's cool.
Oh, you
Ready?
was talking about Jason.
Just Friday the 13th.
Oh, okay. So Jason.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, because you can just go back to when he actually died. Like you can actually do it when he did that. Like the reason, like Halloween 2008, that was. I mean, it wasn't a prequel, but it kind of did a prequel. Like the entire first hour, it's just Michael Myers as a kid, and we've never seen what that looked like. We just typically we go, he's a kid, people get killed, he gets taken away, then he breaks out 30 years later, and he's an adult. But on that one, they show him as a kid, how he became who he became. So yeah, that was
Yeah, I think for me, a Jason prequel would take away from the character now, because I don't
yeah,
want to.
he's already taken away from him. He's horrible.
I'm just saying.
Jason franchise is horrible.
Oh,
Say it again. Say it again.
The Friday the 13th is a horrible franchise. Jason X, Jason Goes to Hell, or Freddy versus Jason are the best of that pack.
I have a question for y'all now that you bring that up, Jason.
Mhm.
Since y'all both have seen Jason versus Freddy.
He hates his other Jasons.
I know he does.
That's hilarious.
All right, so who won?
On Freddy versus Jason?
Yes.
I mean, Freddy won the battle, but Jason won the war.
What you say, Chris?
I was gonna say Freddy, but what you mean?
Oh, yes, we have a conversation now. All right, so I'll be in the middle. Chris, you say Freddy. No, Chris. Nope, Chris. Why do you say Freddy?
Because he won at the end. And it's been a minute since I've seen it, but I remember having that debate when I was like younger.
You remember he got his head cut off, right?
Yeah.
And who had the head? Who had the head? Jason walked off with the head. Now he winked, but Jason walked off with the head. You think he was dreaming, Jazz?
Yes, that is exactly what I believe.
Right, because the wink was like the thing.
So I will say this because I recently had this conversation.
Like, hey, I'm still here.
Exactly. So we all know, like most of us know, the reason why bringing Freddy into the real world is to kill him. He's mortal. He does not have any powers outside of the dream world.
Right.
So you see Jason coming out of the water holding only Freddy's head. If Freddy was mortal in regular life, he wouldn't be winking. He would be dead.
That's it. So, yeah, I thought that was the whole.
Chris, I agree with you, but I was just trying to see what your argument would be before I said what I actually thought I was trying to.
I mean, when he said the war, I thought maybe like I missed something. That's why I was great.
Jason just, but
yeah, that was the whole point. He winked at the end. It's just like, I'm not dead, but let him have it or whatever.
Right, but I also feel like it was a dope scene only for the simple fact that you had Freddy fans and Jason fans going back at it because of where they just were like, oh no, Jason won, no Freddy won. It's just like realistically, Freddy's still alive. Yeah. So Jason is asleep. So Jason didn't win shit. So sorry, Jason.
I've never thought about that because that shit was horrible. So I've never.
It was a terrible film.
Yeah, but that was the argument.
I never thought about that.
It was one of those movies that I'll just turn on just before I go to sleep. But
obviously,
yeah.
I mean, the premise of it could have been good. The acting was terrible. The storyline was not that good. It was like how it started. I was like, oh, this is about to be a good film. And then as the film went on, it was terrible. Because Alien versus Predator was terrible too, Chris. It's okay if you liked it.
I don't have, so I haven't seen one of them, so that's the best thing I could base it on. I didn't think it was horrible. But The Prey was definitely way better, but
yeah,
that's okay.
But All right, so I just want to get y'all opinion on that. But since Jason, you brought up franchises, what are y'all's 5 favorite horror franchises?
Okay, so franchise is like
It needs
it has to have a sequel.
No, it needs to have more than 3 films because a trilogy is 3
Ooh.
films.
It has to have it. So me and Jazz, we discussed it earlier. So do we want to lay the ground rules, Jazz?
Some of your rules I didn't agree with. So
I mean, that's why I said, do you want to like as far as we can take away whatever we don't.
So I will say franchises where it has to be at least 4 films.
4? How about 3, Jazz?
That's a trilogy. That's a trilogy, Jason. A franchise has at least 4 films. And within those 4 films, actually if it's like full on remake, so I would not say it is a franchise because it was just had a reboot. It's 4 films, but both of them had it's the same movie. So you can't say it is a good franchise because nah.
Well, that's tough then.
I mean, not really though. So I'll throw a few out there that are mine. Of course, Scream.
Yeah. No, you should just go first. Like, don't throw a few out there. Do your 5. Like that's just 4 movies.
Okay, Jason. Okay, we got it. Can I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, and you can't say something that somebody else already said.
Oh, wow. Yes.
Let me go first. Let me go first.
I ain't got nothing.
I got you. Let me.
No, but I really feel like if I say my 5, it's gonna jog some for y'all to where y'all gonna be like, okay, I got it.
No, it's not.
I got
the trilogy thing is tough, so it's just that. Go ahead, Jess.
All right, Chris. So I'll say Scream.
Yeah.
Saw. Aliens. Hellraiser. And I'm gonna say Resident Evil.
Okay, so I haven't seen. I don't think I saw 3.
Thank you.
I haven't seen one of those.
Thank you.
But what you thinking?
Thank you. You pick some bullshit in that list, but I appreciate it.
Wait, what you say? You said I picked bullshit?
You did.
Which one?
I appreciate you.
What bullshit did I pick?
It don't matter.
He talking about Hellraiser.
No, it's got to be Hellraiser. The only reason why I put Hellraiser
and Resident Evil.
Okay, Resident Evil was good. Don't do
the
that.
first one was good.
Everything after
that.
I like 2.
Don't do that.
Nah.
Don't do that.
Keep. I'm not a Raccoon City. Y'all got it.
Did you play the games?
A little bit, not really.
Maybe that. I don't know.
That might be it. The game scared the shit out of me, so I was like, my brother used to play it.
Jazz, like, she making me mad, bro.
I don't do
a lot of real horror element stuff, but she do not fool with. I would say like the Walking Dead video game is so dope, but she would not play it.
No.
Oh, that's not scary though. The Last of Us is scary.
I don't do zombie games.
No, it's not.
The Last of Us?
It's not scary.
2? You played 2, right?
I didn't play 2 yet.
Yeah. 2 was scary. I cut it off. I ain't even lie. I cut 2 off. I was like,
Jason, I can see Chris running up to his game.
No, you got the remote. So it was easy. It was easy. I probably turned the whole TV off. Nah, 2 had a scene. I was like, nah.
Now lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord, my soul to keep.
Hey, look, ain't no shame in my game, bro. I cut that game quick.
Wait.
Nah.
All right, what's y'all top 5s?
Chris, you want to go? Because I'm trying to think.
You already know one of Jason's. Please list his so he can. That's what I should.
Is he gonna say Halloween?
You know he is.
What was your list again, Jazz?
It was Scream. It was Saw, Hellraiser, Resident Evil, and Aliens.
Okay. Chris, what you got?
Honestly, I only had Saw and Scream. And even with Saw, I feel like that should have stopped at 3.
It should have.
Yeah, I wasn't really. It was one other one that was okay.
I like 5. I like 5 and 6, I believe.
I would have to remember like the traps and who Jigsaw was at that point. But at a certain point, I just remember watching it. And I was just like, nah, we could have deaded this when Jigsaw died. But
I can throw some ideas out there for you.
Go ahead.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Final Destination.
Okay, Final Destination is a good one. Final Destination is a good one. The Conjuring has like the Nun and all that stuff. With
Yeah, they got a whole universe.
Yeah,
Yeah, they got a whole. Yeah, that's a franchise.
Chucky.
One of those Chuckies I wouldn't.
Shut up.
Oh, that's Jason's. Well, go ahead, Jason, because I clearly don't have his videos. That's hilarious, actually. But mine would be I like Final Destination, and I would say Saw and Scream. That would be mine. But Jazz's rules omitted all of that, so just give me Final Destination. Honestly, I don't. That would be it.
Final Destination.
Yeah, I like.
Would you watch the Leprechaun?
One of them.
Jason go.
That's Jason's too. One of them Leprechauns was trash.
It wasn't Leprechaun in the Hood that you.
Leprechaun in the Hood, Back to the Hood. Both of them are trash.
He went to the Hood twice.
he went to space.
That's the one I didn't like.
That was just putting his man anywhere. Yeah, they put him in Vegas, but they were just putting him in places, just like, oh, you go ahead and do that. So, for me, I wanted to pick Evil Dead, but there's only 3 of them. Initially, then they rebooted it, and Jazz won't allow that to count. So, of course, I got Halloween. We have the Chucky franchise. The show that he has on USA is super dope. If you haven't watched it, I'm gonna go with. Like I said, I'm just picking Leprechaun just because Jazz and her little rules that she got going. She said like 5 to 7 movies. I guess Nightmare on Elm Street because that's up there. There are a few of them that I actually
missed out on Freddy.
That I actually fool with, and I'm gonna go with The Purge.
That's a good one.
I like because it's like 3 of them I really really like, and they have a TV show. It's really dope as well. So The Purge, the only one I haven't seen is the most recent one, but I haven't heard any good things about it. But I'm gonna watch it eventually. But the one when Daniel was the main guy, yeah, that was actually pretty dope how they did it. But it sucks. All these movies always go to the black neighborhood, and that's how they start all these different things. So again, social commentary. That's where they comes from. So.
Daniel was very delicious in that movie.
Okay.
Chris,
Paranormal Activity?
That's one, I think.
How many of them is it?
I thought it was 4.
Okay, if it's 4 of those, I would count that. Paranormal Activity.
If there is, there's 5 actually.
I don't think I've seen the 5th one.
Chris, you could have said Jeepers Creepers or Friday the 13th. I know. Trash.
So Jeepers Creepers. So the first 3. Apparently there's a 4th.
A 4th one just came out. The 3rd one was terrible.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe they're trying to redeem the 3rd one with the 4th, but I'm good.
Oh, I never said which horror movies I was watching. Shout out to Justin Long from Jeepers Creepers. He's in The Barbarian, and there's a super super dope Easter egg in there, which is on the nose when you see it. So it's kind of cool to Jeepers Creepers. So shout out to that.
Okay.
Also, go watch Smile, super dope, the horror movie. This has nothing to do with that. I just seen it and I was like, oh, that's kind of nice. So yeah.
Y'all should have told me we were wearing shirts with messages on them today. I ain't got nothing on mine, so I guess
it's all good.
Yeah, we didn't. The memo didn't get passed around too much, but yeah.
When you know you're not in a group chat.
That's messed up.
You think I would have agreed with Chris to dress up with letterings across my chest if he was gonna have on Dreamville? I would definitely did this with no shirt on if that was the fact.
Bullet dodged. Where did that come from?
That came kind of.
This was a hater. Yeah, he's just hating on Dreamville for no reason.
I like Dreamville, man. I've seen you. You ain't never seen J. Cole in concert. I've seen Cole like 3 times.
That don't mean you like him. No, don't talk to me.
I do. But Drake is that guy. That's all I'm saying.
Would you count Godzilla?
No.
I
don't have that before you. I mean, I don't
know. I'm trying to think.
Godzilla versus Kong was okay.
The Omen, maybe Amityville Horror, but I don't know if they have only 3. If they have more than 3 films.
Wishmaster,
definitely one. Hell, maybe Children of the Corn. Bunch of them motherfuckers. They should just burn that field down.
Psycho. I would have said Psycho, but there's only the one is the remake, but there's 3 of them. which is interesting that they made 3 of that movie too. But
Maybe Wrong Turn.
okay, I would say Wrong Turn, even though I wasn't crazy about it.
They were just.
One would have been enough, but it's 4, so they keep going. Yeah, one would have been good, but
Let's throw
I-
more
I'm
deformed
cu-
people in West Virginia.
yeah.
if A24 do with X, so they got X. You have Pearl, which is it's a prequel to the person in X, but there's Maxine, which is the lady that's in X. It's where she is after. So it's gonna be interesting to see what it is. So if they do one more movie, that could be a franchise, and that would be a solid one.
Yeah,
Okay. Check
something
that
to
out.
look forward to.
But yeah,
Are there any horror movies that you guys are excited to see or want to see?
I haven't seen Pearl yet. I want to watch that. And Hellraiser, I need to watch it. I have not watched it yet, but it's out.
I want to see X and Pearl. I want to see I guess if we're counting this, I'll go see Predator 1 and 2. And I think I'm gonna check out Smile. Maybe, it's not at the top of my list. I do want to see Hereditary though, especially if we're gonna consider.
We're doing it. Fuck
I'm
it.
going to, yeah.
November, we're doing it.
All right, bet.
We
I'm
finally
with it.
put Hereditary on the list.
Jason,
Jazz
I love
favorite
the
movie.
I love the contrast of like the excitement level between y'all two. Jason's so happy and Jazz is just like, no.
This probably
like-
sounds insane for somebody listening to the pod and not watching. Jason, your sound effects are insane.
And look. Chris gonna do like the Dahmer. When he was watching the Dahmer, he gonna be like, nah, I
Yeah,
can't. He
That
gonna
was one of those.
it's not, but it's and
it's a
when
cult film.
it is, but it is not. Don't listen to Jazz. It's not. You like Midsummer though, right? You like the Midsummer.
Midsummer was good. I wouldn't. That's not a movie. I would go back and
Hereditary
rewatch, but-
Hereditary is better than Midsummer to me, but it is. It's
I'm watching
but it-
Jazz. It's like,
but it's spooky. When you watch, I need you to watch this. I can't wait for you to watch this. And you need to let me know. Like, just let me know when you actually watch. Like I said, Jazz.
I'll live to Hereditary. I haven't been doing that lately.
Yeah,
so
do
I'll live to
that.
it.
Yeah, that's
Jazz, did you like Midsummer?
No,
she did not. It was
But-
Oh,
now that was super cold. That was super like
that was literally.
then Florence Pugh was like a horrible throughout the entire movie. That all that crying and screaming. I did not like. No.
Man, that scene when they jumped off that cliff, and I was as the sacrifice. I was just like, bro, okay, because it was a slow movie, but you knew it was building up to something insane. Then we
Man,
got. I was just like,
Hereditary ain't like that at all.
just
You
hearing
go-
that splat, like, choo, splat.
then they drugged
Right.
her boyfriend, made it. Yeah, Midsummer's wild.
When Jason said, I like the Hereditary is better than Midsummer, that's like somebody saying, oh, but Baker is better than Sam Darnold. Okay, shit is like, it's still shit and piss. They both trash. So, no. Yeah, Chris, you're gonna be upset, but
He liked Midsummer, so he's probably going to like this movie.
I
Let's
think
make
he
a
just
way.
liked it 'cause
You want to
Florence
make it?
Pugh was in it.
You want to make another movie bet here for Chris? Who, if you
No.
would like? Why not?
It's for the simple fact that Chris plots against me too much.
No. I wouldn't do that in
Right.
the movie. No, I'm honorable. I wouldn't do that.
Come on, Chris. Come on, Jay. Shazam is already on the table, so I can't make you watch that again.
God, that'd be terrible. Man, you know how mad I'm gonna be if I walk out of that movie theater and I see some Ant-Man shit. I'm gonna be so upset as I'm crying from the movie. I'm just gonna be in tears and angry. So,
Oh my God, my dad is caught. Who is that? Cassie Lang. Yes. Going crazy.
I might just throw my popcorn at somebody.
That's crazy. I know what you did. That's a trilogy. It was
It's
only 3.
only 2. They made another one.
I'll
Or
there's-
you can.
I'll always
I
know.
didn't-
I still know.
There's a TV show.
You didn't like I'll always know?
Did you see? I've never seen that. Like,
Oh, I
okay,
just
you
looked it up.
still
There's
know,
3.
you always know.
Yeah, I
There's
just see it's
3.
3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
I know.
3.
I
But it's
still
not-
know.
there's
and
a-
I always know.
Now there's a TV show that's out now about the show
I Know What You Did Last Summer.
on Amazon.
How many summers did this bitch get? Look, you got to be a terrible killer if you go after her every summer. Like,
Yeah, nah, that's actually.
Well, they got to be terrible because why he still alive?
one of his family members, he didn't show up at the family reunion. They said, up, it was that girl Sydney. Actually, that's Scream. I don't remember.
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
I don't
Julie?
remember her name. Julie.
Mhm.
Gotta go kill Julie again. She got a whole family and kids. Up. Ben Willard's son-in-law came to kill me, try to kill me again. Like, Chris, Candyman.
So I haven't seen the new one, the one with
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one. So how many of those is it?
I feel like it might be 5.
See, that trilogy thing is,
Or 4. I think Candyman has 4.
but is the new one a reboot?
It's a sequel.
One.
Is it a requel?
2.
My bad.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey. I had someone ask, they listened to the episode. They was like, so what exactly is a requel? And I was just like,
I thought Jason explained what that stupid ass word was.
yeah.
I did. Obviously, they didn't listen to me.
Well,
But that was back at the beginning, and the audio was not the best. So,
Got you.
Jason,
humble
Did you-
beginnings.
Prequel.
He was so excited about that word. Like,
Requel.
Jason, what is a requel?
A requel. It is not a reboot, but it is not quite a sequel. It's typically where they try to soft relaunch a franchise, which they introduce new characters, but they also make sure you know who the legacy people are, and they try to pass the torch off to the new characters within the actual story.
Thank you. So, if anybody is not sure what a requel is, that is a requel. Jason got that from Scream 5.
I got that from Scream 5. I did not. I did not make that up. I'm not that clever. I mean, I am clever, but not that clever. Scream did a great job. Scream did a cool job with the actual requel. Halloween probably did it the best, if I'm not mistaken, of most recent. You don't think so?
I didn't say nothing.
the look on her face said it all.
Texas Chainsaw probably did the worst, because when it comes to doing a requel, the franchise person has to be known. You can't just go back and throw this person back in there. The lady from Texas Chainsaw was only in the first movie.
Are you gonna say this when the line when she was like, I've been waiting to kill you my whole life, and he just gave her that I don't even know who you are look, like Thanos did Wanda?
Exactly.
Isn't that the movie that Chris, if he
loses, that he gotta watch that. Yep, he gonna see Jacob Lattimore get killed. Sorry.
Well, gee, thanks.
I mean, that movie is definitely the typical horror movie trope. Where they, so it's definitely that. So if you ever watch the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, that follows. Now the deaths in that movie are super dope.
Okay, I think I saw one on Twitter.
The deaths are super dope.
Yeah.
It's gory. I'm not gonna say it's dope.
Just stop it. You know they got some nice kills.
Nah, it's kind of fucked up. Like
it must be real bad if Jazz said that.
He picked somebody up and hung them on a hook for their weight. Like, no. It's like that kind of hurt my back. That's the kind of deaths you get from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I mean, it was a trap like that in Saw, one of the Saw movies. So
Saw is extremely gory too.
Yeah, I mean, that's torture porn.
Yeah,
that is Scream 4.
Yeah, so I'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, being hostile and all of that, I think it'll definitely be good.
Yeah. But who wants to close us out this evening?
Sure. That was Prey, episode 19. Of course, we still doing our October horror movie month. We 3 down already. Of course, we're gonna give you more. Like I said, this was a great movie. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the recommendations. I appreciate all the suggestions that people have, just to make things a little bit better. We appreciate it. Thank you for all our subscribers on YouTube. We hit 100 recently, so that's much love and support. IG followers, y'all been going up. Yeah, it's been good. I mean, we 19 episodes in. We got some bonus content. I'm sure some movies and TV shows that y'all have for recommendations. We'll definitely be open to more recommendations in the future. We pretty much have like a set list of what we're doing right now, but of course, we appreciate any and everything that you guys come in and just, interact with us. If you want to join our Discord community, we will actually put a link to that and you can just come chat with us. YouTube, we have the premiere, so you can come and chat with us when the episodes go live at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and chat with us about the episode there. And yeah, was it good though? The answer was yes. I'll definitely be checking out Predator 1 and 2. See how we tie in a little bit, but this is definitely off to a great start. Yeah, was it good though? Podcast, Jason, Jazz, myself, Chris. We out.